back from Newark Auto Jumble, the same place where I picked up my Suffolk compressor set and also that blue Jenny. I went there today to get some paints more than anything, and I got the paints I needed. I'll show you those for a project that I'm doing at the moment. But I also picked up another project, and that is this. It's a Villiers Mark 15/2 high-speed engine. First thing I done was adjust the governor right down, so she should tick over before she is set to run pretty much flat out. Everything seems to work alright. The cork gasket in there for the fuel tap, it actually seals perfectly fine. I got a little bit of a leak on the carburetor. She needs an exhaust, but that's not too bad. I got the bolts and the nuts for the original exhaust to go on. I just need to get an exhaust. Nice little kill switch down there, that works. She's rope start with a little guard over it. Pretty cool. Not sure if the tank is original to the engine, but it's got the original straps. Well, they must be, because they're the same colour as the engine. It's all been painted at some point. She's got really great compression and unbelievably a great big fat spark. So we should be able to get her going as soon as we've got an exhaust on there temporary until we can pick up an original. So that's a new project. I got far too many projects on the go at the moment to really start stripping down this. Still got my grinder set to build up. I've also got the compressor to paint on the Suffolk. But the latest project, and the one that I really am focusing on getting done, which is why I went to buy the paints today, is restoration on the Briggs & Stratton ZZ. So I'll give you a little bit of a taster of that, and then I'll show you the paints that I got. You might recognise this section of the Briggs & Stratton ZZ. This is the crank start mechanism that goes on the front of the shroud. So that's been painted in the gloss black. That looks really good. It's only had one coat of gloss black at the moment. The rest of the Briggs is tucked away in there, so I'll do a separate series on that. But I did pick up some paints today for the ZZ. That bag is just some red and grey primer that my dad brought. But I brought some heatproof paint for the barrel and also the exhaust. Be able to use that on other engines as well. I'll put some on this when I finally get around to doing it. And I also brought this tin of red engine enamel. It was £10 for this tin, and I just pop it open. This is the colour of the engine. What it will be, the block, the head, the petrol tank and the shroud is going to be this colour. That is a really, really nice red. I'm loving that red. So quite surprised with how good that paint is. Make sure I've got that sealed properly in a minute. I'll give it a little tap around with the hammer. Don't want that going funny before I go and paint with it. But yeah, that is a really good paint. So that should look really good. The bloke that I got this from does a whole range of other colours. Dark blues, nice greens that pretty much match the original Lister greens that they used. But yeah, so we're gonna definitely see if we can get this going as soon as we get an exhaust on it. Dad also picked me this up. This was just £1. It's a spark tester, like the one that Make Do and Mend one brings with him. So it's quite a good tester. That was only £1, so that wasn't too bad. And I also picked up one more thing for reasons unknown to myself and to anyone else. Wolsey WD8 or WD2 petrol tank and cylinder head. The petrol tank is in really good nick, so is the head. See down there, all the cutouts for the water to come through are clear. looks like it was run fairly recently. Don't know why it was taken apart. It actually still has a brand new spark plug in it. So who knows what happened with that engine. He didn't have the rest of the engine, that was for sure. I made sure I asked him. He said he didn't. So I bought that just on the basis that it's got a good tank, and if I need one, I'm going to keep the tank. I'll probably look at selling the head on, because I'm not going to buy one that doesn't have a cylinder head. If it doesn't have a cylinder head, then that's got to mean that it's pretty much completely shagged out, surely. If it doesn't have a cylinder head on it, it must have been taken apart for some reason. So yeah, that's what I got at Newark today.